Okay, all right, we're ready to roll. So, the first question is, who are you? And just take a minute to introduce yourself.
I'm Jeffrey Needham, aka Claiborne. I am a philosopher, I guess you would say. I spend most of my time discussing philosophy and trying to spread the ideas of peace, abundance, and liberty. So I work with the Minnow Support Project on Steemit, and I've been doing that since we started, probably close to a year now. And that's my general rule. I don't really self vote or anything like that. My goals are usually to, put wealth out into the world, and then whatever comes back to me, that's kind of how I live. I don't work like a normal job. I sustain myself off the internet, and just like working with like-minded people. And so far, it's all been working out pretty well for me.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and the next question is, um, why do you want to become a super partner for ONO? And what does the super partner mean to you, that role?
I think of it kind of like how I view or wanted witnesses to work. I don't think witnesses work the exact way that I wanted them to. I think of a super partner as someone who would represent the community, but also still be a part of it. So my general goal is to go in and treat people how I would like to be treated, and basically keep the space clean and relevant without infringing on other people's liberty. I realize there's going to have to be some kind of line where we get rid of things like spam or abusive content. And I think being as non restrictive as possible with that is probably going to be my goal. Like let people be free to express themselves, but at the same time, I would like to kind of keep it friendly for everyone.
Okay, good, good. And also, what kind of work have you been doing for ONO? And then also, what kind of work for other communities? Like you've been involved with Steemit. So, how would you describe the kind of work that you have been doing?
With Ono, I've really just been kind of shredding the white paper and, you know, trying to determine how I think things are going to play out a little bit.
Might want to move your
Now,
camera down a little bit because okay, there we
yeah,
go.
sorry.
That's okay.
um, with Ono, I've just been trying to kind of like read the white paper, learn as much as I can about it. Obviously, I haven't been able to get hands on yet, and I know it's launching in China today, so I'm kind of interested to, hopefully find out some things about it. I have a couple of contacts in China that I think are going to try to get in like early so that they can give me some kind of feedback. But generally, like I work with Steemit. Minnow support is one of the biggest groups. I think we have like 17,000 members now, and we've kind of grown that organically over time by delegating all of our, not all, but we all kind of put together our Steam power to help minnows basically grow their account from level 25 when they start to, hopefully get them up into the 50s relatively quickly so they get some kind of reputation cushion. And we provide a little incentive for income through the community voting. But beyond that, I mean, we, put together a radio station. We, you know, do like helping people learn how to do basically like English grammar. We put together a lot of different resources to try to help people get better and grow with the community instead of just take value out of it. And I think that's like the biggest thing is trying to establish that mutual relationship so that it's not all just about giving and charity, but it's about building value and empowering people.
Okay, awesome. All right, the next question is, how are we going to build bridges between the East and the West and foster a kind of community that is not country dependent between different cultures in the global world?
That's definitely one of the things I think we've had the biggest challenge with on Steam. We see plenty of times where there's, like Korea groups off by itself, China groups off by itself. I think language barrier is probably the biggest problem there. But I think with bilingual writers or people creating content in both languages, I think that kind of helps to bridge the gap some. But also, I think in a platform where Steam, like with Steam, everything's based around Steam power. I think whenever you take that out of the equation, everybody's basically on equal footing as far as being able to create content and put it out there. I think it's less rivalry dependent. So I don't think we'll see as much cliquish behavior or people trying to manipulate and game the system based on working within their own languages. I think it's just going to provide more opportunity to actually cross that barrier. And how that happens, I can't say specifically. I think it's going to happen organically. But I don't think the world we live in really exists kind of like in the way we see it on the news. So, like, whenever we get told things like, like we're going to be at war with Russia or we're going to be at war with China. I don't think the average person in the U.S. actually thinks like that at all. I think most people are friendly towards different cultures, and I think hopefully just showing that and being able to like talk and communicate with other people will actually show the world that even though maybe our government doesn't always do things that we agree with, the people themselves aren't necessarily like-minded with the government.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this.